guys. All right, this one's kind of funny. Walter the farting dog. Yes, farting dog. Illustrated by Audrey Coleman, William Codswinkle, and Glenn Murray. The original farting dog. #1 New York Times bestseller. 1 million copies sold. Here's the picture, okay? Betty and Billy brought Walter home from the dog pound. Nobody wanted him, said Billy. But we love him, said Billy. Or said Betty. Well, he smells awful, said their mother. I think you'd better give him a bath. Ooh, I washed my dog today. Have you given your dog a bath lately? Mother walked in and said, he still smells awful. And that's when they got the first clue. The telltale bubbles in the water. He's probably just a little nervous, said the mother hopefully. His stomach must be upset. He's tooting out of his booty. But Walter's stomach wasn't upset. Walter's stomach was fine. He felt perfectly normal. He just farted a lot. He did it when he bathed. He did it when he played with Betty and Billy. He did it when he walked around the house. He did it in the dining room. He did it in the kitchen. And he did it in his sleep. Stinky dog. That dog farts morning, noon, and night, said the father. He can't help it, Daddy, said Betty and Billy. They didn't mind Walter's farts. So what if he farts, Billy said to Betty when they were alone in their room with Walter. Betty agreed. Walter agreed too. He sat there looking innocently around, farting. Take him to the vet, said Father. There he is, just poofing away. Yuck. Oh my god, my dog farts sometimes and they're gross. They like birds my nose. They're so bad. Okay, so here's the picture. Oh, stinky. Is he farting on the doctor? Oh my god. Let's see what happens. Farting, said the vet, or rectal flatulence, as we say in the medical profession, and prescribed a change of diet. Look at the animals. We got a doggy. What does a dog say? Woof, woof, woof. And another woof, 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 woof. And what is that? A kitty? Meow. Okay. Yes, I know my sounds. Do you know your sounds? They gave Walter every kind of dog food. He farted. They tried him on cat food. They gave him hot dogs, hamburgers, and lettuce and tomato sandwiches. They gave him fried chicken. They gave him rabbit food. They made him a vegetarian. No matter what that dog eats, he turns it into farts, roared Father. Farty, farty, farty little Walter. I'm sorry, it's a little funny, right? Walter got the blame for everybody else's farts too. Oh no, that guy's farting and he's blaming on the dog. That's terrible. If Uncle Irv let one slip, he just went and stood near Walter. Then all he had to say was Walter, and everyone would look up at poor Walter. Do you ever fart and blame it on the dog? I jokingly do that sometimes. But my farts don't stink. They smell like strawberries. They do. He has to go back to the pound, said Father. No, Daddy, please, begged Betty and Billy. Don't send Walter away. He goes tomorrow, said Father. They pleaded. Walter farted. It was all over. That night, Betty and Billy cried in their beds, and Walter looked at them unhappily. Oh, Walter, said Betty, you've got to stop farting. Because Father is going to send you back to the pound tomorrow, said Billy. Oh, look at the kids are sad. He's just farting. Well, he's got toys and a car. Vroom, vroom. And the kitty, meow. Oh, you know what? In this book, see this spider? See if you can find it on every page. It's on every page, I think. Let's see. Maybe I'm a liar. I could have sworn it was on every page. Just kidding, it's not this book. Oops, different book. Okay. Anyway, fart-free biscuits. That's what he's eating. Walter knew how serious the situation was. He'd never see Betty and Billy again. He resolved to hold his farts in forever. When Betty and Billy fell asleep, he walked down to the kitchen to see if there was anything around to eat. He managed to open the cupboard door with his nose and found the 25-pound bag of low-fart dog biscuits the vet had prescribed for him, which had made him fart more. Even though he knew they made him fart more, he couldn't resist. He ate the entire bag. Very tasty, Walter said. And then he went and lay down on the sofa. A gigantic gas bubble began to build inside of him. This is going to be trouble, he said to himself nervously. He was afraid of what might happen if he let it go. He thought maybe the house would explode, so he kept it in. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was torture. Does your belly ever hurt if you have to toot and you try to hold it in? Ugh, that's the worst. It really hurts. But he had resolved to never fart again. His future depended on it. As he lay there with his tail wrapped tightly between his legs, he heard a noise at the window. Well, that's not his toot. What is that? Uh-oh. Who are those guys? Are they putting stuff in that bag? What is going on? We better read and keep finding out, huh? He watched it slowly open. A pair of burglars came through. They dropped silently into the kitchen. Watch out for the dog, he said one of the burglars. He won't bite, said the other. He's a wimp. Walter might have bitten them, except he was so filled with gas he couldn't move. They tied a rag around his snout so he couldn't bark. Okay, whispered the first burglar. Let's clear this place out. They took everything they could get their hands on. Walter wanted to stop them, but he was having unbearable gas pains. He rolled on his back and waved his paws in the air. He gnashed his teeth. We've got it all, said the second burglar. Let's go. That's when Walter let it fly. It was the worst fart of his life. It made a tremendous noise and shot him across the room. A hideous cloud filled the air. The burglars clutched their throats, unable to breathe. With tears in their eyes, they raced for the window. They tried to grab their bag with all the valuables in it, but their arms were just too weak. Let's get out of here. It's just so bad. Walter flew across the room, and those burglars are getting out. Oh, look, there's the spider. I told you. I just didn't look hard enough on the other pages, I don't think. Okay. I don't know, maybe it's on every other. Oh, I found it. See if you can find it. Pause the screen. Okay. They jumped out of the window, or I'll try to keep it on here so you can look, okay? They jumped out the window and ran up the block, choking and grasping for air. Still blinded by Walter's attack, they stepped into the headlights of an approaching police car. Hold it right there, said the policeman. Did you find it? Look, real close. Right there. Boom. Found the secret spider. When father and mother came down in the morning, they found an open window. They saw the bag with their valuables in it, and Walter was sitting beside it. See if you can find it on this page. Okay. He had the rag tied around his snout. You'd have to say he looked heroic. He saved the silverware, cried mother. He saved the VCR, cried father. Good dog, Walter. You're our dog, even if you do fart all the time. All right. You see the spider? Bing! On the happy mommy and daddy, because Walter saved all their stuff, and the kitty, meow. And so the family learned to live with Walter, the hero dog. And that's the end of our tale. Let's see. Do you see the spider? Dun, 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 dun. 3, 2, 1. Mommy's going to show you. Buddy! It's right there. It's kind of fun, this book, like little hide and seek. Huh. Walter's Wonderland Park, 100% natural gas powered. Do you see the spider? Buddy, there it is. All right, guys. Love you. Have a great night. Have a great day.